welcome back to my 43rd YouTube video on my YouTube channel. Yay! I am Hawkinsimmer, and today we are building what I am calling the blue Craftsman. I built this so long ago, I honestly don't remember like what the backstory was for me or what the upstairs rooms look like at all. But I know it is a family home, and I did in this build use the eco lifestyle couches to make a sectional again. I think I've done that in like a lot of the builds that I've uploaded. They work so perfectly for that. And to be honest, my husband and I just bought a brand new sectional couch, and it was a huge investment for us. And so I don't know, we've been loving it. We love laying down on our couch together. It's so great. I love our new couch. It was like a kind of on a whim purchase. I don't want to say that exactly. It wasn't totally on a whim. We've wanted a new couch for years now, but we just decided that like the home that we're in currently isn't our forever home. It's a home that we're in for now. It's only a 2-bedroom home, so like we know eventually we want to have a family and we need more room, and honestly we need more room right now because of all of our pets. So we were afraid to buy a couch and invest a lot of money. Furniture is expensive if you don't know. And we were afraid to invest a lot of money in a couch and then end up moving and our current couch like not fitting our new space, I guess. But so we had kind of put off buying a new couch, and then we saw this couch. It was such a good deal, so we went for it. You can see I'm just kind of checking out the floor plan, doing windows. There's a master suite as well as 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs. And then there is an office space downstairs. So realistically, for you could make it so that it's another bedroom. That just kind of fits some people's play style a little bit better. An office isn't always totally necessary. And then right here, you can see that I am drawing a little pool to make into a pond. I think it just adds another layer of, detail to do ponds sometimes instead of a bunch of landscaping. I mean, I still did a bunch of landscaping, don't get me wrong, but I think that, having a little water feature kind of helps make the house feel like it belongs where it is and it's not just like plopped down somewhere. So I do this by making a pool. This is not new. This is not innovative. Lots of people do this. And then I put a little willow tree and some cattails and just kind of, built it into the scenery. That was my big landscaping here in this build. So, and I did something like this in the winter cabin build I did a couple weeks ago. So I'll link that if you want to see something like that done again. I didn't do a ton to the front of the build other than that little lake area, and a lot of time spent in the backyard though. I did go all out on the backyard again. But I guess I just want houses to feel lived in. So a backyard is a chance for you to put in toys for kids and swing sets and fire pits, and I don't know, just make it look like people really do live there. I kind of like leaving, they've got that new, it's not new to everyone, it's new to me, that wagon cooler, which why did you make a wagon cooler? I like to put that out in the yard, and the little kitty slide. I think that those things are totally realistic, and people, leave those out in their yard. They don't always pick them up and put them and store them away every day. So I don't know, I like leaving stuff like that. And then I did put in a little patio area for the hot tub, and then kind of in that nook that it created, I think I put a fire pit there. I'm having a hard time remembering, honestly. But anyway, how are you all? How are you holding up? It's been a good week for me. This is the week of President Biden's inauguration. It was exciting. There was a lot going on at work, to keep you busy. Got up this morning and went to the bakery I used to work at and got coffee. So good. I got a hot coffee today. I never get hot coffee, but I did end up getting a hot latte. I'm always a cold coffee person. And I usually always get cold coffee and not a cold latte because, first of all, waste of money. Get cold coffee. It, first of all, tastes basically the same, and there's typically more caffeine in cold coffee than in lattes, and your body processes the caffeine at a slower rate. So if you're doing it for the caffeine content, you're better off getting cold and getting coffee because your body processes it slower, so you hold on to it longer. But yeah, so it's been a good morning, and it's bright and sunny outside. It's still colder than a witch's tit in a brass bra, but it's sunny outside, and tomorrow is Saturday, and it is our first 5 p.m. sunset of the year. Where I live, the sun sets before 5 p.m. in the wintertime, and a lot of times really close to 4 p.m. And I've said this before, my husband and I both commute to work. We ride together, so he drops me off and picks me up every day from my job, and we leave our house in the morning at 5:30, and we do not get home until 4:30 in the afternoon. So it is a long day, and this time of year it is dark. It's dark when we get up, it's dark when we come home. It is very depressing. But, I've been trying to practice more gratefulness, and I am just still authentically very excited to have a job in my field. When I was making videos before, I think I was unemployed for part of the time that I was making the videos, other than working for the high school band that my husband and I both instruct for. And then I was working part-time at a bakery for, I guess I was there from October to April. So after I stopped making videos on the channel, it was a good little job. It wasn't as fulfilling as I wanted it to be. I know a whole lot more about coffee, but I was always still very much so looking for a job in my field. And when I got one, I was just so stoked. But it's new and exciting, and even though we wake up in the dark and go to sleep in the dark, I'm still so very thankful and grateful to have this opportunity. It sucks, but we're getting through. Anyway, back to the build. You can see that I did swap out that other stove for this new Snowy Escape stove, and I love this kitchen. Like I said, this is a very desirable kitchen for me. This is kind of the layout of kitchen that I would like to have someday in my ideal home, and I think in The Sims it makes the most sense. I like for there to be a full tile all the way around an island. I know sometimes in builds it'll only be a half tile, and your Sims will walk through that, but I don't love the way that looks. It looks cramped. So for me, I like to have the sink on a wall that is to the outside so that there's a window, and then for the range to be in the island. And then right off of that, there's the dining room. And this room, it'll make you need to scratch yourself because it's just it's very frustrating. The way I built the house and the way this room sits in this corner of the house, there's no center. You cannot center this table with both windows on both walls and with the actual floor. It's very frustrating, so don't look too closely at it or it'll make you twitch a little bit. I think I rounded it out enough with the decor in the room that it doesn't seem as obvious. Makes you a little bit twitchy if you just look a little too close with the door frame or with the arch frames and with the windows. And I've done this in other builds, but just to point it out, there aren't a lot of good archway options in the door section. So for me, a lot of times I end up using the is it spandrels, I guess, to make an archway. I think sometimes they just aren't wide enough. I want a big, wide open archway if I'm using an archway. So I tend to sometimes just skip the game archways and use spandrels to create an archway. And a lot of times they'll have more details. So in older homes, when I did that Duck Dan house a while back, that shell, I use spandrels to create archways, and it gives it more detail. It makes it look has more character in it than the archways that we're provided with. I probably do need to move away from putting an office in every build. It's not totally realistic for all houses, but again, I do large family homes. So I think a lot of times, if you've got enough money to have a house this big, you probably do have the room and the opportunity to put in an office. So, what do I know? And it was right off the front of the house. So this could be a bedroom, like a guest bedroom. There is a half bathroom downstairs and a full bathroom upstairs that is for the kids' rooms. So it just depends. Like, I guess that really doesn't matter in The Sims, but in real life, like typically, you know, you have a bathroom that like your guests use. In my house growing up, we had a bathroom that was like the kids' bathroom as well as just the guest bathroom on our main floor. It's not totally necessary to have a separate bathroom that people use, but like I hope to have one someday, like a powder room for guests to use, just because like I know how we were as kids, and if we had guests over, like especially if someone showed up unannounced, like my mother was like, go clean the bathroom right now, go pick up whatever's on the floor. Not that there was usually anything on the floor. My mother kept a tight ship. We didn't have tons to do, but like my brother was horrible about leaving clothes on the floor. It drove me insane. I have a younger brother. He's 4 years younger than me. And by the time it got bad, like my sister, who's 4 years older than me, was already moved out and in college. And my brother and I shared a bathroom. And I was known for having a messy bedroom always. And my brother was known for having a very clean bedroom. And I always said, yeah, his bedroom's so clean because he leaves all of his crap all over the rest of the house. He always had so much clothing behind the bathroom door. It drove me crazy. And he would leave stuff like in the living room. Oh, it made me so mad. And in the basement, he would always have like a sweatshirt or like some shoes in the basement. It drove me crazy. But, you know, that's my whole life story. So now we'll get back to this build. I really love this living room. I really love the layout of this house. It's not my ideal layout. I don't completely hate open floor plans as a whole. I love kitchen and dining areas that are completely open. And even like, you know, if you have the money and the space to have like a formal sitting area, I don't mind if that's open. But the house that I'm in currently, as well as the house that I grew up in, the living room was pretty open to the kitchen. And like, do any of you people live in a house like that? It is the most annoying thing that has ever happened to me. It is so frustrating to be in the living room and like trying to watch a movie or trying to watch TV. And the person there's someone in the kitchen doing stuff in the kitchen like a normal person. But it's so loud and like so disruptive to everything going on in the living room. And I think like growing up when I would have friends over, like if my mom was in the kitchen and we were all, you know, in the living room hanging out, like there's no separation and everything's so loud. I hated that and I hate it now. So for me, in my ideal home someday, like I definitely want like a separate living room area where we watch TV and you can be loud in other parts of the house and it won't disrupt anyone in that part of the house. Does that make sense? I think open floor plans are so in right now, and I think a lot of people love them and want them, and I feel like it's just not as functional as people make it out to be. Like I guess I'm a minority here, but I don't know. It drove me crazy. But we are moving right along to the bedrooms upstairs. I figured this was a relatively young family, so there's, like I said, a master suite as well as a child's bedroom and then a room for 2 toddlers. I usually in my builds have a room for each individual sim, but I thought in this house like it would be cute if they had a room for the twins, mostly because the rooms, the two kids' bedrooms were not the exact same size, and not that it matters, but like, I don't know, I just made one of the rooms for 2 sims instead of 1, basically, and then the smaller room is just for 1 sim, I guess, if that makes sense. And then I feel like I always end up using this dark blue paint in the parents' bedrooms. I use it a lot, so, you know, just don't hate me for it. It's my go-to. I love blue. I really wish that we had painted our bedroom blue instead of gray, but we didn't. But I don't know. I love blue and I don't love blue. I'm kind of becoming more of a warm toned person. Not more than blue toned person, but more of a warm tone than I used to be kind of person. Does that make sense? Like if you watched my Modern Water build, you will know that whole build was warm, right? The whole thing was warm colors. So I don't know. I think I'm kind of getting into more warmth. I don't know. I feel crazy saying that, you know? But with all things, people's tastes and preferences change all the time. So who knows? I kind of really want to get a new duvet cover. The one that we have is mostly white with like some really light blue like floral accents on it. And I don't know, I'm trying to move away from florals, but our bedroom is gray, so I don't want to get like a gray, comforter or duvet cover. I kind of think I want to get something green. I'm not going to lie, I already have a couple picked out that I kind of want, but I think that my husband is going to like blow a fuse if I, try to change any home decor again. I am constantly trying to buy new decor items, and he like literally could give not even a single care less about anything like that. Like don't get me wrong, he wants to have a nice home, but like he's just okay with like whatever. And I'm sure he's going to be watching this video, so just know, honey, that I don't know, I'm kind of thinking about it. What if we did solid emerald green? We could bring back our wedding colors, Anyway, I'm finishing up with the kids' rooms now. I once again use stuff from Snowy Escape. I love the bedroom stuff from that pack. I'm probably going to be as obsessed with it as I was with Tiny Living bedroom stuff. So give me a break. I'm using it for a while. I'll try to change it up in the next few videos. But yeah, that's kind of it. We're coming up on screenshots. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload new videos every Monday and Thursday at around 4 p.m. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye! I really do use a lot of the Snowy Escape pack stuff. It's so good though.